it is very much a possibility that one can transform his form if he wishes to. And even today, it is a phenomena that's been witnessed by many people, particularly Hanuman Bhakt, the devotees. The occult sciences have many aspects to it. One Veda is dedicated towards this.
In childhood, I used to hear about Hanuman.
About what?
Hanuman. It was like he used to take giant forms whenever he wanted. He used to fly. He used to have very small, like he used to size his body to smaller size. Was it real or just any fictionary or symbolic science?
About a certain person becoming small or big or flying or doing something else, is that a possibility? Very much a possibility, very much a reality. It was very much prevalent in this country, in this culture, but it was looked down upon. But it was looked up elsewhere, particularly in the Native American cultures. There is a whole tradition of shamanism where it is… even today there's any amount of talk about how a Native American shaman becomes an eagle, becomes a fly, becomes a wolf, transforms himself into some other form and gets there and all this. So these are not just stories, it is very much a possibility that one can transform his form if he wishes to. There is a panel in the Dhyanalinga where somebody transformed himself into a form that was relevant to someone else. You noticed it? You did not? So, about people taking on the forms that they wish according to the convenience is not a new thing or it's not an unheard of thing. Almost in every part of the world it is there. Particularly it is being publicized in a big way about the North American and South American shamans these days, about shamans. Becoming eagle and becoming wolf these two forms are very common for them. That was not unheard of here, but it was looked down upon in this culture. There it is being looked up to because this is not spirituality, this is occult. Here, our occult scientists, I call them scientists because they are that kind, they don't bother to convert themselves into a bird or an animal because a risk. There is a beautiful story about… what's the name of the sage who swallows the… You know whom I'm talking about? Ashwini Kumaras, and they went to him to learn this Shuklacharya. Yeah, he took the form of a horse, is it? Ashwini Kumaras took the form of horse and he swallowed what? Shuklacharya, I think. So, there's a whole big story which is maybe a kind of a branch out from Mahabharata, or it's more from Krishna Avtara kind of thing. So there are any number of historical events like that but that was considered crude way of doing things because when you take on the form of something else, this body has to be preserved and it can always be misused. So, there have been incidents where somebody left his body here in some safety and let's say became an eagle and flew for some time. But when the eagle came back, the body is gone. Now what does the eagle do? A eagle comes and sits here and says, I am a yogi. pathetic state, isn't it? Because you cannot fly, you think being an eagle is a big thing. Being an eagle is not a big thing. Though he flies high, he's only looking down all the time. It's better to sit here and look up rather than go up and look down. Really. So, here, the occult scientists evolved other kinds of methods. That is, they themselves do not take on other forms. They pick other forms and make the forms work in a certain way. They will take a certain animal. Usually, one thing that is heavily used is a chicken. Oh, you think that's a waste, huh? So, they will release the chicken has to be young and vibrant chicken, uncooked. So, release the chicken's life and use that life form to do certain things for you. Rather than you taking on the chicken's body, you make that chicken do things controlled by remote-controlled chicken, all right? A remote-controlled chicken is better than you becoming a chicken, isn't it? Because you becoming a chicken, there is a risk. You left your body and you went out as a chicken and tried to do something and you've become somebody's tandoori. So, they evolved better, more sophisticated methods to deal with the same things. Is that possible? Hanuman becoming small, big, very much possible. And even today, it is a phenomena that's been witnessed by many people, particularly Hanuman the devotees. Change of form is a very common thing among the devotees of Hanuman even today, because that is the trend he set. Hanuman is a Superman. A little bit of tail and facial features, the rest is Superman. He is a Superman. His strength is his devotion. The devotion in his heart is so strong. Because of that, he stood out shining, because of his sheer devotion. So, even if you happen to be a monkey, if you're a devotee, you can transcend your monkeyness and become something phenomenal. That's the story of Hanuman. It works even if you happen to be a donkey. So, yes, the occult sciences have many aspects to it. One Veda is dedicated towards this, Atharvana Veda is all about this. Without having mastery over time, nobody can determine the nature of their destiny in their lives. So the only way you can take charge of time is by mastering your energies, how they function. If you are functioning like a steam engine, it's a long time. If you're functioning like a jet engine, boom. And one who's taken charge of time, for him, the entire universe is a sweetness of compassion. Once you came here as a human being, life got a little complicated. If you came here like any other creature on this planet, stomach full, life settled. Once you come here as a human being, stomach empty, only one problem. Stomach full, 100 problems. So what we are calling as life here is just a certain combination of time and energy. This combo of time and energy
Unfortunately, majority of the people never learn to handle it seamlessly and wonderfully. Hitch after hitch, everything is a problem. If you're a toddler, you have diaper problems. If you become an adolescent, you have hormonal problems. If you become middle-aged, there is a crisis. Old age is horrible. Every phase of life, people are seeing it as some kind of a problem. Of course, death is a serious problem. So this combination of time and energy, we must understand the nature of what we are handling. Time, by its own nature, is such. You do something, it rolls. If you don't do something, it rolls. You don't have to push it, I'm saying. Hello? As you're sitting here, it's rolling away. You're doing a lot of things, it's rolling away. You do nothing, it rolls away. You're awake, it rolls away. You're asleep, it rolls away. But without having mastery over time, nobody can determine the nature of their destiny in their lives. How to grab time? People are talking about time management. Have you ever managed time? As you sit here, it's ticking away. And what's ticking away is not a clock. What's ticking away is our life itself. Hello? Since I walked in, you're 2 minutes closer to your grave. Yes, you are. Me too. This is the nature of time. Whatever you do not do anything you want, but you're not able to roll it back, it is only rolling forward.
It is just that, if you are happy, it seems to tick away very fast. If you're miserable, it goes very slowly for you. Have you noticed this? On a particular day, you're very happy, 24 hours, chup. Now you're depressed, 24 hours feel like a eon for you. Yes or no? Yes. So only miserable people have a long life. If you're a joyful person, it's a brief life. If you're an ecstatic person, it's just a moment, poof, it's gone before you know what's happening. Life has gone so fast that even my body has not realized time has gone by and it's still I have not realized time has gone by. This is the 30th year of Isha, 30th anniversary of Isha Foundation, and I can't believe 30 years, it feels like 3 days in my experience. And in these 3 days or 30 years, my schedules are… Singapore is a holiday for me, I just come to golf and otherwise, my schedules are insane, okay? Every day, 20 hours minimum, we are on. I have never missed a single airplane till now. In a day, sometimes I've been in 6 airports, but I've never missed an airplane, I never missed an appointment, I've never been late to an appointment in 30 years. But I don't manage time, I manage myself. Time, how to manage? It's too big a thing to manage, it's not in your hands. Whether you like it or not, it's ticking away, isn't it? Yes? If you sit here, it's ticking away, if you jump around, it'll tick away. Do whatever you want, it'll tick away, isn't it? But what you can do with yourself, that you can manage, there's nothing to do with the time. So self-management, not time management.
Just a few days ago, I was flying in from India. Normally it used to be 13.5, 14 hours, but now there is some issue that Pakistan is not allowing airplanes to fly over their airspace, so it's taking 16 hours. Because I know all the pilots and I'm a licensed pilot myself, so they let me sit in the cockpit and I'm interested in what's happening there. So I was talking to them and they said, Sadhguru, I said, 14 hours, isn't it? They said, no, Sadhguru, 16 hours, it's so long. Then I said, see, I'm not complaining. Because just a century ago, if I had to go to United States, it was 60 days. 16 hours, I'm not complaining, I'm okay. I'll sit down, lie down, read something, do something or talk to you. But I'm not complaining about 16 hours. How did 60 days become 16 hours? Simply because from a chugging steam engine to a jet engine, hello? Suddenly 60 days became 16 hours. So the only way you can take charge of time is by mastering your energies, how they function. If you are functioning like a steam engine, it's a long time. If you're functioning like a jet engine, boom. Right now they're saying the Chinese have developed an airplane where Beijing to New York you can do it in 2 hours. They're saying by 2028 they'll have it commercially ready. 2 hours. So, this is not mastery of time, but consequentially it is mastery of time. If what somebody does in 10 years, if you can do it in 1 year, if both of you live for 100 years, in terms of impact and profoundness of experience, you lived for 1,000 years. Hello? That is the only way you can take charge of time. And one who's taken charge of time, for him, the entire universe is a sweetness of compassion. That will be his experience of life once he's taken charge of time.